One of the most common mistakes entrepreneurs make when presenting to potential investors is trying to educate them. By educating, I mean including in the presentation too much information about the project, the business or products, and trying to convey all of it within short time, typically 4 to 5 minutes during a regular pitch. I witnessed this all the time, both as a presentation trader, but more importantly as a startup investor myself. And when that happens, I ask the entrepreneurs why they wanted to include everything in the pitch. And they usually tell me that they think the investors could make better informed decisions to invest in the company if they had a total understanding of the product or service. And this is where it becomes very critical to correctly identify the goal of the 4 to 5 minute investment pitch. It is not to have the potential investors to grasp everything about your company or your project and flash their checkbooks at the end of your pitch to sign the deal. No, the goal of a short investment pitch is to actually get the potential investors to become interested enough in you, your project or your company, to just want to move to the next step with you. And this could be another meeting with them, with more partners or decision makers present, a private meeting to discuss more details, or something else. Think of your investor pitch like a first date. The goal of the first date is not to get the other person to decide to marry you at the end of the date, right? No, if you did that, the other person probably would think of you as weird and creepy. Instead, the goal of the first date would be to generate enough interest and a bit of a curiosity, of course, in the other person to want to move to the next step with you, which is a second date and then a third date before getting into a long-term relationship. In the same sense, the goal of the investor pitch is to generate enough interest and a bit of curiosity, of course, and now you can see I'm a huge fan of that. Enough interest so that the investors will want to move to the next step with you. And you don't do that by bombarding them with, complicated data or complex charts. No, trust me, at the best, they will disconnect from you, or in the worst case, they will wish that you were not talking to them in the first place. None of those are good for starting a long-term business relationship with them. So, in your next pitch, leave behind your complicated slides and never-ending lengthy statements. Instead, identify and convey the problem you're bringing a solution to in very simple terms. Create an appetite to keep the conversation going by showing how your project or business presents an opportunity in your target market and why it would be in their interest to consider investing in you. I will be talking about how to do those things in more detail in other videos, but for the moment, rather than trying to educate your investors, keep things simple and make it easy to understand.